Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. I'm your English teacher, and today we are going to finish our exercise of lesson 2 of grade 4 English textbook. We were done with the previous exercise, so you have to open page number 21 of your textbook. Here, the question number C is, with the help of a dictionary, try to find a synonym and an antonym for each of the following words. Write the synonym in the outer circle and the antonym in the inner circle. One is done for you. Okay, first of all, you should know that what is synonym and antonym. Synonym is a word which has the same meaning as the other word, means the words will be different with the same meaning, and antonym is the opposite of that word. Here you can see we have a word brilliant, and we have to write the synonym. The synonym is intelligent, so the word intelligent and brilliant gives the same meaning, but the word stupid is completely different, opposite to it, and this is the antonym, means antonym is the opposite and synonym is the another word with the same meaning. What we have to do, we have to write synonym in the outer box and antonym in the inner box. Here we have another word, delicious. I have done this one. The delicious synonym is tasty, the thing which is very much yummy. We use the word delicious mostly for food, and the antonym is flavorless. Here we have also some more words, but flavorless is some easy words that you can understand. Then we have 3 more words, and you have to do it yourself. Lovely, wild, exciting. You have to write the synonym of lovely in the outer box and the antonym of the lovely in the inner box. Then the synonym of the wild and the antonym of wild, and then the word exciting. And you need to take the help of the dictionary. Now we have the next question. Arrange the following words in alphabetical order. For this, you should know that what is alphabetical order. Alphabetical order is a method in which names, terms or words are arranged in the same sequence as the letters A to Z. So you have to arrange it in alphabetical order. Words are brilliant. You can do this question in your neat notebook. The words are brilliant, make, conversation, power, nervous, bravely, admired, intelligence, bothered, unnoticeable. You need to write it in alphabetical order. So first letter is A, so you have to write the word starting with the A. Then we have B, C, D like this, so you have to arrange it. Then we have the next question. Let's learn grammar. Number 1. A number of sheep together is called a flock. Which name is given to the following? We have here some words, and I have given some words to them, and you should know that why I have given these words to them, because these are known as collective noun, which we have also studied in our grade 3 about the collective noun. Collective noun is a noun which we give to a group of people or a group of things or something like that. Like we call a herd of cattle. We will never call a gang of cattle, a group of cattle. Similarly, we have different collective nouns for specific things. We cannot use those collective nouns for something else. Like we can say a gang of thieves, but we cannot say a gang of people, because the word gang is specific, which is specific collective noun which is used for thieves. So similarly, we have a bale of cotton, a band of musicians, a spool of thread, a collection of stamps, a herd of cattle, a gang of thieves, a litter of kittens, a bunch of flowers. As you have noticed that all the words are different. We have used different collective nouns for different things. As we have here one of a bunch of flowers. We cannot say a group of flowers. Like a litter of kittens. So all these words are different, and you have to learn it as it is. There is no rule for these collective nouns. We need to learn all the specific names for these things. Now we are going to start next question on page number 22 of your textbook. Here we have filling the blanks with a suitable word from the bubbles. They are all nouns. Okay, all of these are nouns, and we have to Choose them to put them in the suitable lines. I have done this for you to make it easy for you, as you have to do the next question yourself. Number 1. The guard blows his whistle and waves his flag to start the train. I have written here the word whistle and the flag. The largest city in America is New York. Paris is the capital of France. King George was a ruler of Britain. The place where cars are kept is called a garage. Rahil's farm has many chickens and kittens. Though the fire was under control, still smoke was seen coming out of the building. So all of these are nouns. Now what you have to do, put all the words you have filled in the blanks under the right column. One is done for you. Right column means here we have common nouns, proper nouns. As we have done this topic previously, what are common noun? The name of a person, anything common, the name of person, place or thing. And proper noun, the name of a specific person, place or thing. We always write capital proper noun with the capital letter, as we have the names. All the names are the proper nouns, the names of the places are the proper nouns, so we write them with the capital letter. Now you have to do this question yourself. Kittens. Kitten is a common noun and proper noun. Obviously it is a common noun, so you have to write it here. Then we have New York. New York is a name of a specific city. It is also written with capital letter, and you need to write it here proper noun, because it is a proper noun. The rest you need to do it yourself. You can also take the help of your parents or tutor, and also you can go through the previous chapters, as we are done with this topic. Okay, the next question on page number 23. Again the same question. The teacher will read out a paragraph, listen to it carefully and group the common and proper nouns. So in this question there is nothing written here. I am going to read out a paragraph. It means you have to listen it carefully, and then you will group the common and proper nouns from that paragraph. For this you can stop my video to listen it properly, or you can listen it again and again to do this question. Okay, so I am going to start the paragraph. The paragraph is: once upon a time, there lived a farmer in the country of Italy in Europe. His name was Adam. He had 3 sons. One day, he set out for a long journey. Before leaving, he gathered his sons and gave one egg to each of them. "I will be gone for long," he told them. "These eggs are all I have. Use them wisely for your benefit." However, as soon as Adam left, the 2 elder sons fried their eggs and ate them. The youngest son, Bob, the name of the youngest son was Bob, was the most intelligent. Instead of eating his egg, he placed it under a hen to hatch. In a short period of time, Bob had many chickens and eggs. So you have to listen the paragraph at least 2 times, then you will be able to write the common nouns of the paragraph in this block and the proper noun of the paragraph in this box. Now this is the last question of your textbook on page number 24, and it is activity. Are you a good friend? What makes you a good friend? In this picture given below, write the qualities of a good friend. One is done for you. So you need to write the qualities of good friends here, here, here and here. The one is done for you. Loyalty. What you think we should have a quality in a good friend? Obviously he must be sincere, he must be friendly, he must be kind, he must be helpful. So you should write the qualities of a good friend yourself. Maybe you can give me some more suggestions. So you need to do this activity. In this activity you can take the help of your best friend too, so he will also give you the good suggestions. Now we are going to do the written exercise, means in our notebook, which you have to write down in your notebook. First of all, you need to arrange the page, draw margin lines, then write the name of the lesson number 2, Abdullah and his friends. Words, meanings: apologized, excused, cheering, encouraging, furious, angry, grace, elegance, leaned, titled, marvel, wonder, radiant, glowing, trivial, insignificant. Then we have word sentences here, and as you know that sentences you need to do it yourself. The word I have choose here are very simple for you. You can make simple sentences. The word ordinary means very common. Confident, you know the meaning of confident. You can use this simple word in any sentence. Punish, unnoticeable, and calmly. You can use all these words in your own sentences. There is no need to make some compound sentences or difficult sentences. You can make very simple sentence. Then we have the question and answers. Answer the following questions. Explain why Abdullah chose Suhail as his friend. Abdullah chose Suhail as his friend because he was the monitor of the class. Number 2. Why was Muiz called the bully of the school? Muiz was naughty boy and he always bullied strangers who came his way. That's why he was called the bully of the school. Question number 3. How did the teachers treat Suhail and Muiz? No teacher ever tried to punish Muiz for his behavior, and no teacher ever asked any question from Suhail. This was the behavior of the teacher with both of them. Then we have question number 4. Why was Yasir considered the most brilliant boy of the class? Yasir was the brilliant student of the class because he was very good at his studies. He was able to solve any problem and he was very much interested in all his subjects. Question number 5, 6 and 7 you need to do it yourself. All the answers are given in your comprehension passage of your textbook Abdullah and his friends. What was Muiz's opinion about Yasir? List the qualities shared by both Ahmad and Abdullah. In what ways was Moment different from the rest of the class? Here the notebook task ends of chapter number 2 Abdullah and his friend. We are only left with the workbook task of chapter number 2, which we will do it in our next lesson. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.